Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victoria's Coffee Company. What am I thinking this morning? Victoria's Hockey Company and the Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. Today is Monday, February 13th. Okay, boys, listen up. It's Valentine's Eve. If you have not purchased your gift for your wife, girlfriend, or boyfriend, I guess, or significant other, get it done today. You can wait till tomorrow night like I usually do, and prices are half off. This is the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and very shortly, a much wider audience. We are having to limit our show to 15 minutes, trying to fit a broadcast window. So today's show, the North American Hockey League report, will be abbreviated slightly. Leafs got crushed Saturday. I'm still feeling the pain. I think the big football game last night in Arizona went well. I think they scored 140 points apiece. Maybe not quite. USHL, no games last night. They knew better. North American Hockey League, Danbury got beat again at Johnstown, 3-1. We'll jump right into our report as the North American Hockey League sets to charge through Valentine's Day towards March. We see a lot of possibilities still up in the air regarding first-round playoff dance partners. The Oklahoma Warriors' unbeaten streak has stretched to 13 games, while Danbury remains winless in the last 30. Good times. Hit our rankings. We get as far down this list as we can today. Number 1, Oklahoma Warriors are 33-6-0-1 with an .828 win percentage. Garrett Roth and the top-ranked Warriors smothered the visiting Jackalopes 6-1-6-1 in an all-too-easy home sweep. This weekend's roadie to El Paso should be even easier when the Warriors visit the Rhinos. Oh, that's going to be a great series. Do you think the Warriors can hit double digits in one of those two games? We're going to see. That's our only A-grade team this week. Our B-grade teams, starting out with number 2, Maryland Black Bears, 28-10-4-0. Clint Mylock's Bears split the weekend set with visiting Maine. Look for more of the same when the Black Bears roll to Johnstown to face the Tomahawks this week. Number 3, Lone Star Brahmas, 27-10-1-3. Dan Walfong's Brahmas were shut out at Amarillo Saturday night after getting a solid 4-2 win on Friday. Red Hot Shreveport visits the Knights this week. Number 4, Austin Bruins are 26-10-3-4. Steve Howard's Bruins split their home-and-home set with North Iowa. A determined Bismarck team will visit the Bruins at Riverside Arena this weekend. Number 5, New Jersey Titans are 25-13-1-2. Craig Dormis's Titans should be recharged after their time off and will be more than ready for this week's trip to Danbury. That'll be interesting. Why is these top teams in the NAHL in that East Division having a problem with Danbury? Last time the Titans faced Danbury, it was an overtime game and 2 one-point games, one in overtime, I believe. Number 6, Shreveport Mudbugs, 23-13-2-4. Jason Campbell and the Bugs' unbeaten and regulation streak is now at 5 games after the road sweep at New Mexico. Will all that continue this week when they visit Lone Star? That'll be a good series. Number 7, Minnesota Wilderness, 23-13-2-4. Brett Skinner and the Wilderness took the week off after getting swept at home by the Wendigo. Can they give their new rivals a taste of that same medicine when they visit Eagle River Sports Arena this weekend? You got to like what Skinner's done with that team. In spite of Dave Boyce's continuous presence, the ghost of Dave Boyce lives. Number 8, Wisconsin Wendigo. 24, 15, 1-2, 607 win percentage. Blake Calita's Wendigo ripped Anchorage 9-3 Thursday night before losing in a shootout to the same Wolverines on Friday. The Wilderness visit Wisconsin this weekend. That'll be good. Our C-grade teams, coffee time. This coffee break sponsored by the North American Hockey League and Bastilla Coffee Company. Alex, my cup's still broken. It still keeps things hot for a little bit. Dang, Tommy, that's good coffee. Number 9, New Mexico Ice Wolves, 24-16, 2-1. Phil Fox and the Ice Wolves fall into the C-grade category after getting swept at home by Shreveport. The Ice Wolves have a good chance to get back on track when they visit the Armadillo in Amarillo this weekend. Number 10, Northeast Generals, 23-15, 4-1. Brian Erickson's Generals have been finding all kinds of ways to fall short of their coach's high expectations. Losing 4-2 at home Thursday to the Rebels kind of forced the boys to take Friday's game a bit more seriously, and they delivered a solid 2-0 shutout win. The Nordiques visit the North New England Sports Village this week. Number 11, Fairbanks Ice Dogs, 23-16, 4-0, 581 win percentage. Dave Allison's Ice Dogs are back in Alaska for the rest of the regular season and should be well rested for this week's little roadie to the Kenai Peninsula. Considering the way the Brown Bears rolled over for the Ice Dogs up in Fairbanks last month, look for more of the same this weekend in Soldotna. Janesville visits Tuesday to make up the mysteriously postponed game that was supposed to be played February 4th while the Ice Dogs were in Wisconsin. I really thought that Janesville would be smart and get that game played down in Wasilla. But instead, they're making the trip up to Fairbanks for one day. Number 12, Maine Nordiques, 21-15, 1-1. Pinch and the Nordiques got a 32-save shutout from goaltender Kale Tapape. He's a 2003 birth year kid from Yorktown, Saskatchewan. He's 11-7, 0-1, and 927 save percentage. This was that goalie's third such performance in the last 4 games before losing Saturday's game 5-4. It's a pretty good goalie. Maybe Maine visits the General this week. Can Tapape toss another goose egg? I would love to see that. Not a big Maine fan, definitely not a Generals fan. But watching the General lose, that's fun. Number 13, Aberdeen Wings, 22-16, 2-2. Scott Langer's Wings picked up an important road sweep at Minot over the weekend, staying just a point ahead of the Norsemen in the heated battle for the division's number 2 position. Aberdeen is at North Iowa this week. Number 14, St. Cloud Norsemen, 21-16, 2-3. Corey Millen and the Norseman organization have taken on the just win baby attitude and image of old Raiders coach Al Davis. The us against the world mentality is working because St. Cloud is unbeaten in regulation, 8-0-1, in 9 straight games after the road sweep at Bismarck over the weekend. Minot visits this weekend after they were swept by Aberdeen at home. What a ripper. Number 15, Janesville Jets, 20-15, 3-4. Joe Dibble and the Jets got some time off before venturing up to Alaska this weekend to face all 3 Alaska teams. The Jets will play 6 games inside 9 days, starting this weekend in Anchorage. Then there's that home game next Tuesday at Fairbanks, and they'll finish up with 3 games against Kenai River. They're going to be warped by then. Number 16, Johnstown Tomahawks, 21-17, 2-0. Mike Latiza and the Tomahawks are winners in 8 straight games after the weekend home sweep of Danbury. Division-leading Maryland visits the War Memorial this week. I see a split. Number 17, the Armadillo Wranglers. Not really. Amarillo. Armadillo. I've driven through that area. You definitely hit a lot of armadillos along the way. Tommy and I managed to venture through there without hitting a single armadillo or a skunk. Good job. Good co-piloting skills. All right. Harry Mahood's Wranglers split their weekend home set with the visiting Lone Star Brahmas. Amarillo now sits 6 points behind currently 4th place New Mexico, with 2 less games played. The Wranglers could close that gap this weekend when the Ice Wolves visit the bullpen. Number 18, Chippewa Steel, 21-18, 1-1. Casey Young and the Steel got a shutout from Slovakian superhero goaltender Adam Gajan to earn the home sweep of the visiting Springfield Blues. Nicely done. The same teams meet again this week in Springfield. Gajan's a 2004. He's from Slovakia. He's 11-8-0-1 this season with a .916 save percentage. The Minnesota Duluth committed player was incredible during World Juniors. Has struggled a bit since, but seems to be finding his mojo again. Number 19, Mina Toros, 21-19, 1-1. Cody Campbell's Toros are reeling a bit after getting swept and overtaken in the standings at home by rival Aberdeen. Now is not the time to start losing games with the big trip to St. Cloud on the schedule for this week. Number 20, Anchorage Wolverines, 19-17, 5-1. Evan Trupp and the Wolverines bounced back from a disastrous away result Thursday night against the Wendigo, 9-3 loss, when they faced saving 2-1 shutout win on Friday. Now back in Alaska for the remainder of the regular season, with 14 of 18 games at home at the Bend, the Wolverines are howling to make another playoff run. The team currently sitting in the division's 4th spot, Janesville, visits this weekend. Number 21, Kenai River Brown Bears, 21-20, 1-1. Are Taylor Shaw's Brown Bears secretly having the puppet strings pulled by Rod Profit and the Ice Dogs? That's a question that's been circulating around the game for the last dozen years. If true, that would certainly explain a lot of coincidences. Fairbanks visits this week, and we'll get to see if the Brown Bears will go back into hibernation or actually give up a fight. Number 22, Bismarck Bobcats are 18-18, 4-2. Sadevi and the Bobcats let Norseman boss Corey Millen beat them from 370 miles away. Yes, St. Cloud was able to sweep Bismarck despite the visitors' coach sitting out of suspension back home in the great hockey state of Minnesota. The Bobcats visit division-leading Austin this weekend. Number 23, North Iowa Bulls. Todd Sandin's Bulls remain in the division cellar this week despite getting a home-and-home weekend split with Austin. The Wings visit Mason City Arena this weekend with bad intentions. Number 24, Odessa Jackalopes. It's very clear that Scott Dewar's Jackalopes do not match up well against the Warriors after getting swept at Oklahoma. The good news is Odessa does not have to play the Warriors again during the regular season. The Jackalopes are going to have to pull all the stops if they hope to get back into the playoff race when they visit Corpus Christi this weekend. You can look at the remaining part of this week's NAHL report on highshockey.com this afternoon, this evening, whatever you like, all week long. There's a lot going on this week. Condensing the shows to 15 minutes may not be a popular move, but when you see what I'm trying to do, you're really going to appreciate it.